when you do a role like that, and we know Silver Surfer, everything you've done, we don't see you. We never really see you.
Covered in rubber, sure, usually.
And is that, like, so do you have to get there at 4 a.m. and then it's 8 hours of makeup and then you shoot for 8 hours? Like, how?
Right.
Walk me through
depending
a day
on,
of Doug Jones.
It depends on the character.
Okay.
How long does he take to assemble, to glue on, to paint on, all that? And that can vary from anywhere from 2 hours a day to 7 hours a day. I've done all of it. Like the Hellboy movies, for instance, I was Abe Sapien, the blue fish guy.
Right.
In Hellboy 1, they had 12 different prosthetic pieces from head to toe glued onto me when I'm wearing shorts and a lot of blue fish guy showing. And so that required gluing and spray painting and connecting colors and blending edges. It took them 7 hours a day with 3 makeup artists working on me.
7 hours a day of you just sitting in a chair?
That's the start of your day, yeah. So either sitting in a chair,
That's the start, right.
or squatting on a stool because they had to get all the way around me, or standing, but that is still the easiest part of my day, believe it or not. I'm not someone who gets fidgety and has to be doing something all the time. I'm boring as hell. So I can stare at a wall and drool on myself at home. So I'll do it while someone's putting makeup on me. Great, I'm built for that. But the problem is then you have a 12-hour shoot day after this, right? God. So, and now you have to keep your energy up and your character intact and your dialogue memorized and so physical, mental, it taxes all of it. By the end of the day, then, shoo, that's a wrap. Everybody goes home. I'm there for 2 hours of cleanup, right, for that job, for Hellboy. So my days were 18 hours long. And then, they forced my call every night. So we're supposed to get 12 hours off on the Screen Actors Guild contracts. And they would have to pay a penalty to get me back way before 12 hours.
They would pay the penalty to get you back. So, and you're really the one that suffers from that.
Yeah. But I'll take the checks.
Oh,
yeah. But at some point, like Hellboy 2, when we were filming that for 6 months, 6 days a week in Budapest, Hungary, it got to the point where I don't need any more of your penalty fees. I need sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I would fall asleep in my chairs all the time. My set, I was getting maybe 4 hours of sleep at the hotel, maybe. And so on set, I would fall asleep during the makeup process. I would fall asleep in my set chair off to the side. I would fall asleep in my trailer if I had a minute to go back there. And the worst ever was when I was... Universal execs were there on Hellboy 2 to come visit the set and be hobnob and be like, "Oh, I see what you're doing. It's great." Everybody was on their best behavior, and they wanted me to come sit by the monitor in Video Village where the director said, where Guillermo del Toro was sitting, to kind of watch and hobnob with them while they're setting up for the next scene. I'm in full makeup, right? And I've got these fish eyes that are on that are pasted onto the outside of my mask. So they can't see my real eyes in there. So I'm sitting among them, propped up and talking and interacting. And I thought, they'll never know. So I closed my eyes in there, right? And while I'm sitting there, because they're all talking amongst themselves and everything, and then maybe a couple minutes had passed, maybe, I thought, and all of a sudden I'm feeling some pressure on my lips. And it's my makeup artist chased me around all day, constantly fixing things, tacking glue back on where it came off or whatever. So I'm feeling some of this. I'm like, oh, my makeup's okay. Open my eyes. I'm not looking out here anymore. I'm looking straight down at my lap, and it was a towel. They were lapping up the drool.
You were actually drooling.
That had been collecting in my crotch on my leather pants. Yeah. So I kind of came to going, oh my God. So my makeup artist had flanked me on either side so that the Universal execs wouldn't see this whole process. And so I'm like, Tom Flouts, my makeup artist, how long have I been out? About 20 minutes. Oh my gosh. So that for the whole time I'm like...
But you're working your ass off.
I was, and the Universal execs needed to see that.
I agreed.
Okay.
To hear the whole conversation, subscribe for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, or visit nevernotfunny.com.